Hello crafters, I'm Jan B and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome to video 1 of my Boho Indigo product medley class in the mail. For these cards, there are 5 altogether, and I have concentrated on 1, using the designer series paper, and 2, not introducing any other products that aren't in the kit. Now, I have used these little pearls, I have introduced those, but I'm sure everybody has got some kind of bling that they can add on, or if you don't like it you could leave it off. But otherwise I have tried using the other products, like I have the dies, I've used the dies there. Let me just show you the stamp set, which is that one, and I have used, I think, all the sentiments and this one here, but I haven't used the vases. I did on one card, but I don't think that's in one of the 5. So there's that, and this is the set of dies, 12 dies, and this also comes in the product medley if you buy it all, and this is what they die cut to be like. And I think that's the one that I've used, and that one there. But obviously when I use this one, if you prefer to use one of the others, you are very welcome to change it out. And these designs here, if you prefer to have something else, you can change it, sentiment, whatever. They are your cards, and these are just guidelines that I'm giving you. Now, I have sent you PDFs as well, so you know the card pieces you're going to need, which is 1 card base, 2 very vanilla layers, 1 Misty Moonlight layer, Misty Moonlight and very vanilla scraps, which is going to be for these flowers, 3 strips of the designer series paper. Now I'm keeping mine in order so that when it goes together it forms a complete picture. If you rather have yours so that they look totally random, obviously just mix them up. This one I'm going to use this tag, okay, different from that one. I'm going to be using the same sentiment. I think we all need get well cards, or this one could actually be used for somebody who's feeling a bit low after having been stuck indoors for so long because of the pandemic. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my Misty Moonlight layer, and I'm going to adhere these on here. So what I'm going to do first is, you can either start with your middle one, or you can start with the 2 on the edge. I'm going to do the 2 on the edge because that way I can make sure that those 2 lines are the same width, and then this one will go in the middle, and I can make sure the 2 in the middle there are the same size. They may not be for the same across, but as long as the 2 and 2 are the same, then I'm happy to go with that. Now you may want to use a seal tape runner or snail if you're still finishing off the last of yours, but you know me, I do like Tombow. Now I'm going to try going as close to the edge as possible. Obviously the first one to adhere down is going to be the easiest one. I'm trying to keep mine in order, and remember that the leaves are going downwards on this. Okay, so that looks like I've got the same gap all the way around there. Okay, give it a press down, and then the other outside one, the leaves going downwards. I'm also going to show you what you can do in one of the videos, may not show you in this one, but I will show you what to do if you run out of the labels. There is a refill kit, but I think that for me, definitely, possibly for you as well, that having a total of 96 sheets of designer series paper when there are so many nice ones to choose from, There's no way that I would be able to use all of them. As it is, with all the cards that I've made so far, I think I've got 30 clear, complete sheets left. So now this is the one that's going in the centre. Let's hope that I haven't got them all muddled up. And I'm going to make sure that my leaves are going downwards. This looks right. So I'm going to pop that, make sure the top is a straight line there. I'm getting a wider gap here. But I'm quite happy with that because these are the same and these are the same. If it would bother you to have the different widths, then you'll have to measure up and take it from there. In fact, you would need to do that one first, and then you can guide where to do those. But I'm happy with that. And I'm going to put some ribbon around this. And what I've done is I put it around the Designer Series paper and the Misty Moonlight sheet. And I have got about 5.5 inches here. And I do use my glue runner for this. Now this is about 2 inches high, I believe. I'm just measuring this on the side of my... No, that's about 1.5 inches. Okay, so about 1.5 inches there. Now this again is sort of thing that if you want to change it, you can. If you want to put it halfway through. So I'm going to put some, give myself an idea what 1.5 inches is. Okay, that's about there. I'll take one piece. I'm going to adhere it over there, and then to make sure that I get it straight, doesn't matter which line I use, if I make sure that my paper lines up at the top there and it's straight here, then I can decide where this one is. Okay, so it's the second line down. No, don't come off. Give it a good scratch so it's on. So just double checking that I didn't move that while I was doing that, which I obviously did. So the next line there is coming halfway through my ribbon. That's it. Okay, so that's straight. I'm now going to put this onto my Very Vanilla, and I'm doing this straight away to save those ribbons popping off. Okay, so I put my Tombow on my ribbon as well as either side. It's never happened, but I just feel that it would be such an awful shame if you make a card like this and then the recipient finds that the ribbon pops out. There we go. There we go. Is that straight? Yes, that's straight. Now for the sentiment, I am going to put the Sorry You're Feeling Blue. Now if you follow me on my blog, you will know that recently I have been using my Stamperators for doing all of my stamping. And the reason I use it all the time now is because I keep it handy, whereas previously it was in my tote, my craft tote, and of course out of sight, out of mind. So I've already tested my stamp to make sure that it is straight, and because I've got it stamped on there, and that's not going to move because that's anchored down, I know that if I put this over there, that's in the centre, watching there, now that should make it in the centre. As you know, don't like leaning forward when I'm stamping. Did I put my mat on? Yes, I did. So let's try Misty Moonlight. Night of Navy also goes with this stamp set, with the Designer Series paper. So you could use, that looks as if it needs to go up a bit. So you could use Night of Navy ink if you're not that keen on the, what I call denim. I can't see it without putting my head forward, and it's so long since I've been to the hairdressers, you're not going to want to see the top of my head. I'm just going to move it up a little bit more. There we go, that should be. This is the only thing, I'm going in the wrong direction. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Too much. Right, that should be perfect. Yes. So let's do the inking again. Now I do find that that gets in the way when I'm using photopolymer stamps, as you can see. Okay, it's missed it all there. So what I'm going to do is concentrate on that bit there. And put all of my energy into that corner. Trouble is, if I move it, chances of getting it back into position is pretty remote. Let's see if we've done it. Oh, nearly, look at that. I wonder if I dare. No, I'm not going to. I'm a coward. I admit it. I put my hand up. That's going to be fine. Now this is why I've got the paper underneath there, so I can put that down and it's not going to do any damage to anything apart from that sheet. Right, okay. Now we need to do some die cutting. So I'm going to bring my Big Shot up. For those of you that have the kit, you will find that I have given you some A5 sheets of these two, and also A5 sheets of the vellum. Not that I've used it on this one, but you will find that on some of the cards I have. So let me just double check. Yes, I've done 2 of these in Very Vanilla and 2 in blue. In fact, where's my shim gone? Let's put that back there. I can't wait for the Stampin' Up machine to come out, the cut and emboss. And it will be on the demonstrators can pre-order 1st of August, I believe it is, and then it will be available for customers 1st of September. Now, the reason I agree with it being demonstrators being allowed to pre-order is because I think it's great that we have an opportunity to play with these things before they go on sale to customers, although I can understand the frustration of customers if Stampin' Up! Have underestimated how popular something is going to be. But hopefully they will have learnt about what happened with I think it was particularly bad with the Stamprators, wasn't it? And hopefully they realise now how popular their machines and everything are. There we are. Rather than making you watch you do that, oh, I'm going to see if I've got any spare ones in here. I should have done this before, ahead of time. Oh, there's a blue one. Let's see if I've got another very vanilla one. Not by the looks of things. Okay, I'll try and make sure that doesn't happen for the next video. This is all the die cutting I need for this card. Actually, it didn't occur to me that when I've said I wasn't introducing anything else apart from the product medley. Oh no, I was going to say I didn't think about the big shot, but that's okay because you wouldn't buy the medley, which comes with a set of dies, if you didn't have a cutting machine, would you? So I don't panic now. Okay, so we've got 4 of these. And my sentiment. And these, I'll bring my card back, see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've put those in there. I have dimensionals, which if you've got the kit you will find in your, together with your bits and pieces that I've sent you. Let's have one of each there. Okay, so I'm going to put that there first, and this I think I am going to use small dimensionals. I'm not going to put too many because I want space there to be able to put the leaves going through it. Plus the fact I don't want the dimensionals going over the ribbon. There we go. Just pop that over there. Okay. Now, I glued those, didn't I? I'll bring my little glue mat back. You could put your blue one on top or your vanilla. What does it look like with blue on top? You could do one of each. I'm going to put my vanilla on top. So what I did with this was I put glue on this side of the leaves. And then I could pop it on top of the blue ones. Oops. Came out a bit thick. I have a sheet of scrap paper here for putting off. As you know, this is one of my favourite things for doing. If I put too much glue on the back of something, that's it. That will save it leaking out. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, putting on the right hand side of the leaves. Oops. There we go. And I didn't pop this up on dimensionals or anything. Just popped it in like that. Okay, so put some Tombow on the back. Oops. So this one you can see how much glue I'm putting on there. It should be just a nice tiny little dot. I'm not worrying about glue on these stems because that's going to go underneath here. There is a card that I made using the Boho Blossom before I decided to do this class. And one of the things I did was I went over the centres of the flowers using my Wink of Stella. And that looked nice. Okay, so that's that. Now that needs to go onto our card base. And what I didn't do in this one was I didn't stamp on the inside. So I'm going to remedy that now. I always look at my card to see which is the best side for it to go onto, because there's nearly always one side that's slightly shorter, and I put the longer side, the wider side, on the front. And I do that because it just makes it easier to actually open your card. There's that. And I'm going to put my 3 gold pearls on. Obviously you can put these on random if you like. If you follow my blog, you know that I don't like random. It's almost like I'm OCD. But I don't think I am. There's that one. Now the other sheet that I'm going to put on the inside, I want to use the stamp. What did I do with the stamp set? Here we go. This one here, I like it to go down in the bottom corner there, which you will see I've already done in some of my cards. Right. Oh, that mat's not very clean, is it? I meant to clean it properly this morning. What happened was I'd used it yesterday, and I'd used it for Versamark, and I tried cleaning it by running it under the tap. It didn't work. Right, if I put that there, this time it should be alright. I'll do that in blue. Put my stamp set underneath the page there. Just makes it so much easier to ink up. Almost perfect. Overdone it. That's a shame. What shall we do? Shall we put it over there? You can really see it, can't you? I wonder if I can just take... Is that one? No, it isn't. Take one out of the bag here, and I can replace it. That, I think, has happened because my ink pad is just too wet. So, the moral of the story, get it right first time. Okay, let's try that again. And also, I have to say, those ink spots are absolutely amazing for using with the Stamparatus. Beautiful, yes. And that can go on there. Move that one out of the way. And just remember I've taken one out of that one. Put that right over there. Okay, and now I'm going to pop this inside. There we go. A little bit of white fluff there. Another bit there. You probably can't see that, can you? Okay, so there we go. There's card number 1. I hope you like it. And now I will move on to make video 2. Okay? Be back with you shortly. Bye.